Hey everyone, Kate and I are coming to you. We tried to come live, but Facebook Live was not cooperating with the two of us. So after about 25 takes, we decided that we'll do this instead.
We definitely have been technologically challenged. That's okay because we just found another route to still pass the same information along. And what we want to talk about is the Super Bowl, right? Big weekend, Eagles. So I don't have a jersey, Beth does. So we're going to share some tips to help make it a great Sunday for you.
Right. So, one of the things that people always start to think about is, oh my gosh, you know, you might even be thinking, I started these New Year's resolutions and I've been doing really well. And then the Eagles get to the Super Bowl. And you're already planning that you're going to be stressed out and therefore stress eating. Or you're going to a party or you're hosting a party and, oh my gosh, how are you going to be able to resist all of those foods that, wait, you only get once a year? Right? Kate, what do you think? What are some strategies?
So plenty of things to do, right? So the first thing, if you are going to a party, whether it's a a friend, or something in between, you can call and just say, hey, or text or whatever, and say, hey, what are we having to eat? What's on the menu? What can I bring? Okay, and even if they say, nah, don't worry about it, you can bring something. No one's going to turn down if you bring food. And we have lots of healthy options for you. We have different recipes that we're sending out that are healthy but delicious. And it's not for people on a diet, right? We're not going to say bring a vegetable tray, please.
Right. Hey, and I can tell you that I am bringing a buffalo chicken bake. It is fabulous and I can't wait to bring it. So I already gave a ring and said, hey, do you mind if I bring something? So that's always awesome. But one of the other things
She didn't say no, right?
right, she's not going to say no. One of the other things I think it's important to think about is, listen, do not starve yourself all day thinking that you're going to make up for it at night, right? Bad thing to do. All day, you should still be eating a normal way, which we like to do every 3 hours. Have just something to eat, helps to keep your metabolism going, helps to stabilize your blood sugar. So just, take those steps along the way. Right, Kate?
Absolutely, absolutely. So every 2.5 to 3 hours, you're eating anyway, you're fueling your body, you're feeling good. You get there, you have all this food in front of you that, as Beth said, we only get once a year, right? That you might not see every day, but you absolutely have access to it many times. But now you're not feeling starving and deprived, that you see it and you have a whole different mindset towards it. So that's one thing. But you know what? What if the party's at your house, Beth? What do you do?
You have complete control of the menu. Complete control.
Absolutely.
So listen, so you have to cater to all of your guests, right? So you can have some things, for the kids, or if you know that it's somebody's favorite, but you have complete control. So you can absolutely make things to have that are absolutely delicious that other people won't even know that they're healthy, or they'll be like, hey, that's really good. So you have control. So go for it. Do what you need to do.
Right. And some people will be expecting, if they know that you're trying to eat healthy, that you're just going to have vegetable platters. But you're not. You're not. You're going to have an array of food that will have a lot of different textures and flavors included. Okay. So the another thing for everyone is to really have a plan in place for if someone says, oh, you're on a diet, what do you say, Beth? How would you handle that, right? If someone come up and said, would you like a soft pretzel? And, how would you respond?
Well, you know what, Kate? People are going to react depending on your response. That is the bottom line. So there's two ways to respond to that. So one is, no, thanks. I really would like one, but I'm on a diet. And because the other person is absolutely going to say, oh, come on, either, hey, you don't need to be on a diet, you don't need to lose any weight, or, oh, come on, one bite's not going to kill you, or, like, so that's one path. The other thing that you could do is when someone asks, just say, hey, no thanks, I'm good, I'm just trying to make healthier choices and I'm quite satisfied, so thanks a lot. And most of the time, these are your friends, right? They're going to say, hey, good for you, awesome. And that's that. So people will absolutely react on if you feel deprived or not. Bottom line.
That's right. That's right. Sometimes we have to reframe what's going on in our mind, right? What's going on from our mind and it's coming out of our mouth. Because if we come out super positive, like, hey, you know what? I'm just making healthy choices. No pretzels for me. Then they go, oh, all good. All good. So perfect. So Beth, one of the big things also during the Super Bowl, and you just think about the Budweiser commercials, right? Alcohol. What do you do if you're not driving and your MO is to typically have a few drinks, even if you cut off at halftime? How do you kind of work that into the new healthy eating plan?
Well, it's a choice, right? For the most part, alcohol can be actually more of an appetite stimulant, so you have to be careful. And then in addition to that, if you have more than one, sometimes then it's a little bit more challenging to say no thanks to all those other things that are sitting there. So, I usually would say, bring some diet soda if you don't think that there's going to be any there. Have some water, some club soda, some flavored drinks. I love those ice drinks, flavored carbonated drinks. Even put it in a wine glass, like make it look nice if that's what you want to do. And then also hold your drink in your dominant hand, because when you're holding a drink in your dominant hand, you're less likely to just, pick at things, right?
It's not as normal, right? When you go to grab something, if you're typically right-handed, and if you're grabbing, going for those Doritos with the left hand, just feels a little awkward, which might be that trigger that you need to go, whoa, what was I just about to do? So.
But Kate, you brought up a great point. So we're watching the game and there's food at various places around the TV area. What suggestions?
Yeah. So don't sit in front of your trigger food. So those bowls of food probably aren't glued to the table. So if you're sitting in the one seat that's open, you can probably swap out that bowl, for a different bowl and just move something that healthier, closer to you, and even better yet, something you don't like. Put that in front of you, and you can just pretend, that's there for if you can't move. But Beth, if it's at your house, you can really keep the food in the other room.
Exactly.
Keep the food, not on a coffee table, not on the TV trays. We do that for convenience because we don't want people to have to get up. We want to feed people. But, as we're trying to get healthy or trying to stay healthy, we really should move that food out and make people get up to walk, right? Let's incorporate a little exercise.
Kate, I just had this great idea when we're talking about exercise. Can you imagine you're at a Super Bowl party and you make this agreement up front. Now listen, most of the people in our area, we're all going to be Eagles fans, but there's going to be an occasional Patriots fan, right? But it doesn't matter.
There always are.
Right. But maybe what people can do just as like for fun is anytime that the Patriots score or the opposite team, you have to drop and do 6 or 7 or 3, however many points are scored, that maybe everybody drops on who's, for the other team and has to do sit-ups or push-ups. I mean, wouldn't that be a riot? Like that,
yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 7.
That would be funny. Can you imagine? I would go with the sit-ups because I don't think I could do the push-ups, but that would be funny if, even if you're at a small party and it's just like 5 or 6 of you, but just for the fun of it, everyone drops and has to do some exercise. That's a fantastic idea. That would, especially if you have some kids in the room, they could really get into that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, great idea.
It'll be a low-scoring game, but you know what? If not,
look at all the exercise you're going to get. Right? Good, good.
All
You know, what's another important part, Beth, would be, you know, if you're on a normal exercise routine, make sure you continue. Just because it's Sunday and it's the Super Bowl, you know, if you typically exercise every Sunday, get up and exercise. All right, yeah, you might get a double workout, right? If you just do that great idea that Beth mentioned, but you know, better, right? I mean, just keep on with your normal Sunday plan.
right. And I think most people are really watching the halftime shows anymore.
Yes.
Like that's like the big thing. But in case you're not, then maybe you can get outside and just do a quick lap around the block, especially if you have a lot of restless energy, because we really don't know how the game's going to be. We don't know how stressful it's going to be. And it's just about being mindful, being able to take a deep breath and, remember what it's all about.
Right. And, it's funny because you're in Philadelphia with the Eagles and there's so much hype, right? As there should be. Being in Florida, a little different. One, we can go outside and enjoy a nice quick walk around the block. But we're not, for the most part, as stressed because we're not living and breathing it every day. I mean, maybe there are some that are, but in my circles, everyone's not going, yay, Super Bowl, go Eagles. So,
we are greasing the poles outside because people are afraid that they're going to be climbing up on the poles. So
wow.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, a little different in Florida.
Right.
But all good. So, Beth, one other thing, we talked about the food, right? And not having it near you, moving it or you moving from it. But another big thing, if the party's at your house, that when it's done and if people are leaving at halftime or exactly push it away, say, hey, have some containers. If people bring food, especially they bring desserts, pack it up and send it on home with people. I think that way it's out of your house. Come Monday morning, you're not looking at those leftover soft pretzels and wanting to just, kind of keep eating them.
Right. And you know what? It's so funny. I think what we've learned from being at a big family, right? And every time we have a party, whoever is hosting the party, they just know to stock up on the Tupperware containers or Ziploc bags. And as people are cleaning up, we just make bags and yet people just grab them when they go. And it's just something that we do. So I just encourage it again, keep the healthy stuff if you want to have during the week. But listen, some parties tend to be overloaded with desserts. And you know what? You just don't want that sitting around, because even if you stop and you challenge yourself, do you want it, do you not? And if you decide to have it, one hint would be just to try a spoonful or just a small piece, because usually that satisfies the craving. You don't need to have a whole big piece of something, but whatever it is, you stop, you challenge yourself, you make that choice, but at the end of the night, get it out of your house. Don't leave it sitting there so that you're looking at it the next day, because you're going to eat it because you're happy or you're going to eat it because you're sad. Right?
Exactly. And some of these tips or a lot of these tips, right? This is not just for the Super Bowl. These are things for, every big event, right? It could be the Thanksgiving and Christmas. We talk about the same thing throughout all the holidays. It's going to be coming up for Easter or Passover. It's going to be coming up for birthday parties, any type of celebrations. We're always going to say, why don't you stop? We're not going to say you can't eat it or you shouldn't eat it. I mean, you know what you want to do and what you should do, but just stop and try not to do the mindless thing. Challenge yourself and then make the choice. It's your decision. It's your decision if you want to have some of those soft pretzels, tasty cakes, and the hoagies and everything else that Philadelphia is so well known for. Or if you just want to say, hey, you know what? I can have all of that tomorrow. Today is it's not making me have it because it's a Super Bowl, right?
Right. Great suggestions, Kate. I mean, it's a day. So really, I think what we want to end with is go Eagles, right? But this is about the Super Bowl. It's about football, but it's about family. It's about fun. And let's keep that in mind. And let's not make it just a food fest, right?
Exactly. Family, fun, friends, not all about the food. So go Eagles. Yay!
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. This was helpful, and just let us know. And if anybody would like those recipes, still got them, and we can email them out. So just put a note in the comments, and we'll get back to you. So, all right.
Absolutely. All right. Bye, everyone.